They'll tell you it was bad luck, wrong timing, a coincidence, just how life goes. But that's not the truth. Everything you've experienced, the pain, the glory, the silence, the noise, it all came from something, a cause. And nothing, absolutely nothing, happens without one. This is the law of cause and effect. The ancient Hermeticists called it the sixth law, the law of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Nothing happens by chance. Even what we call luck is just a name we give to causes we don't understand. Whether you see it or not, whether you believe it or not, your life is a sequence of triggers and echoes, actions and reactions, ripples and returns. It's not magic. It's not fate. It's law. And this law is not limited to what you can see. It applies to the physical and the metaphysical. Your thoughts are causes. Your emotions are causes. Your silence is a cause. And each of these creates predictable effects, even if those effects arrive later or from unexpected angles. The law of cause and effect is a universal principle. It governs everything, from the smallest subatomic particles to the vast spinning galaxies. Every action, whether it's a movement, a thought, or an intention, sets something in motion, and that motion has an effect. These effects are not random. They are specific and often predictable. What's unpredictable is when they arrive. You won't always see the result of your action right away. The universe is precise, not rushed, just like planting a seed. The effect may take days, weeks, or years, especially when the cause lives in the unseen, in the mind, the soul, or the heart. You might not see the connection, but the law doesn't care if you're aware of it. It simply does what it does. This law extends beyond broken glass and falling dominoes. It rules over your moods, your relationships, your spiritual experiences. Think negative thoughts repeatedly. You'll create emotional heaviness. Speak behind someone's back. The tension will return, sometimes from someone else entirely. Act in integrity. You'll feel stronger, and life tends to respond in kind. These are metaphysical echoes, less visible, but just as real. It's not just science. It's not just spirituality. It's both. Most people drift through life reacting, never realizing they are reacting to causes they set in motion years ago. That toxic relationship started when you ignored your gut. That opportunity that never came, repelled by a pattern you refused to break. Your life isn't random. It's recursive. What you say, think, feel, and do returns, sometimes quietly, sometimes violently, but it always returns. You feel stuck, not because nothing's happening, but because you're living inside causes you planted unconsciously. Shift the cause, and the effect will begin to move. The Hermeticists didn't just observe cause and effect, they mapped it. They saw that every effect becomes a new cause. A thought becomes an action becomes a habit becomes a destiny. You are not just living in your life, you are living in your own echo. This is where the law becomes personal. You're not just experiencing life, you're shaping it. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is creative. It builds a direction. And when you understand this, you start planting on purpose. Want a better life? Cause it. Want better people? Become the version that attracts them. Want peace? Stop reacting. You don't get what you want. You get what you call desire. Karma, often misunderstood, is not moral. It's mechanical. You don't get punished. You get mirrored. You don't get rewarded. You get reflected. This is not divine judgment. This is energetic logic. As the Buddhists say, you are not punished for your anger. You are punished by your anger. Cause and effect. Overfishing leads to the collapse of predator populations. Constant complaining trains your brain to filter only what's wrong. A single kind word can ripple through 10 people in a day. Micro-actions, massive consequences. The universe listens, not to what you say, but to what you do. Want to stop being a pawn? Then stop waiting for change and start generating it. Here is how. 1. Watch your thoughts. They're not private, they're blueprints. 2. Interrupt reactions. Catch it, pause. Choose a different output. 3. Plant intentional seeds. Want love? Act with love. Want power? Choose discipline. 4. Own your ripples. Everything echoes. Speak and move like it matters. 5. Don't move fast. Move aligned. Chaos moves fast. Masters move precisely. This law doesn't care about fairness. It only reflects patterns. If you plant chaos, you get chaos. If you plant doubt, you get delay. If you plant clarity, you get results. You are the architect, not the victim. And if you truly understood the weight of every choice you made, you would never waste a single one again. You think you're free? Most people are just effects, dressed up as choices. Your moods are caused by sleep. Your beliefs are caused by upbringing. Your reactions are caused by trauma you never faced. You don't choose, you echo. But that doesn't mean you're doomed. It means you've been running on causes you didn't choose consciously. But now, you can start making new ones. That's the doorway to freedom. The Hermetic Master doesn't wait for freedom. He initiates it. He becomes the cause, not the effect. And in a world full of slaves to reaction, he becomes a god of direction. Most of the causes that shape your life aren't dramatic. They're subtle. The decision to snooze, the decision to speak, or stay silent, the time you lied to avoid discomfort, the truth you buried to keep the peace, invisible moments that echo into visible realities. Mastery begins in the micro movements. The law doesn't reward movement, it rewards alignment. A weak move at the right time is more powerful than a strong move at the wrong one. So before you act, ask, is this action a reaction, or is it a cause I'm choosing? Once you make that distinction, you step out of the pattern and into power. Here's what you need to remember. Nothing happens without a cause. Most causes are invisible. Most lives are effects. Until you step in, you don't need more luck. You need more intention. Most people pray for miracles. The Hermeticist doesn't pray. He plants. He knows the universe is not random. It is responsive. You don't get what you want. You get what you cause. So stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop drifting. Become the cause. And the effects will follow. You've learned to master rhythm. Now you've seen the truth behind cause. But there's one final layer to unlock before you can create, with total precision, the law of gender. Not male and female, but creation and incubation, active and receptive, force and form. The universe doesn't create instantly. It gestates. Subscribe to discover the final Hermetic principle and claim your role as a conscious creator of reality.